Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. We did it. We're back to winning ways. Into 3, Empoli 1. I predicted 2-0. There was a little bit more drama happening at the end. Of course, the goal of the X had to hit us. Sebastiano Esposito came through with a goal to kind of make things a little bit shaky at the end. But in the end, all in all, it wasn't a great performance. I asked for a good performance in my match preview. It was controlled. We had a lot of possession. It wasn't great. We barely created any chances really for most of the game. Then the last 15, 20 minutes, it seemed like both teams finally woke up. But, beggars can't be choosers. Napoli won yesterday. Surprise win, actually. Yesterday I was expecting a draw, even maybe an Atalanta win, but actually Napoli really came through yesterday and they are starting to scare me. So I am not going to scoff one bit at these 3 points, guys, and I hope you guys are not as well, whichever way they came in. Obviously, we'll get into some individual performances that were not good enough today, especially. Let's see if the comments are, yeah, there you go. Some of the comments, Taremi, we're almost got to the levels of Asllani versus Bologna today in terms of he didn't get any chances or missed any chances, but like we're really running out of excuses or chances for this guy to give him is really, really not looking good. And the fact that, as Sharif says, Arnautovic looked better than Taremi when he came on today. Arnautovic. And by the way, got an assist, he actually was pretty good today. So, and we know Inzaghi doesn't throw anyone out. So as the season goes on, it's a long season. We saw Correa came through for us a couple of months ago against Hellas Verona. Who knows? We might see Arnautovic come through for us again, but Taremi is really, really worrying. But anyway, Maicon Vibe struck through again. Yes, Denzel with another goal. 2025 Denzel is unreal. This guy is literally Denzel Washington, man on fire. Ahmad in the house, what's up, brother? Uninspiring first half, better in the second half. Asllani redemption arc is on. Yeah, Asllani, that was the talking point, right? Again, Asllani, but I mean, I would have started him. It's Inzaghi. We know Inzaghi would have started him, but I would have obviously. We know that Asllani is good enough for the Empolis, the Lecces, the Venezias, maybe not Torino because they're in the top half of the table, but all those lower end of the table fodder that makes up Serie A. Asllani is good for that, and always has been, will continue being, but we know he's not quite good enough for when we get to the bigger games. And he's not my man of the match, by the way, but I'm just, if I load up the player rating apps, guys, FotMob is giving him man of the match 8.5. And SofaScore, just as I moved, did you see that it was 8.3 and it went to 8.4 just as I did it, just to probably trigger some Asllani haters in here. So 2 man of the match ratings. He's not my man of the match, but just to show you that he did have a good game. Not perfect, lots of little mistakes here and there, yes, but in general, kept the ball ticking. Good bounce back from Asllani. I'm happy to see that, but we can get into it more and more as we get into it. Our boy Seba completely smoked Stefan the Fridge. Yeah, De Vrij actually had a really good game, and then Esposito came on, and it was a nice goal. Whether he's back next season, I know that's always a hot topic with Interisti, especially the Primavera merchants. I mean, this Seba Esposito, probably not, because Empoli will take the 5 million redemption fee. Then we'll see. I mean, we have a sell-on percentage, and you still have quite a bit of leverage with that. But Pio Esposito is the one that we probably will see if there's going to be any chance. And Forza Inter, I don't know about next season. And I know me and you have got this bet about if any of the Esposito brothers if any of them play or part of Inter squad next season, I have to eat a pineapple pizza on the live stream. So that is still on. But I actually think from what I'm reading on Italian media, Pio Esposito actually might be part of the Club World Cup squad. So not for next season, but he might be, because that weird period that we're gonna go there is like, end of June, July, like contracts expiring. Of course, Serie B will be over. we might see one of the Esposito brothers with us this season. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how to count the Club World Cup. Is it next season? I mean, it's still this season, right? Like I know it's the end of this season. So Mattia in the house. What's up, Brate? Another goal conceded. Yeah, that's one annoying. You know, I predicted a clean sheet, and it was pretty much easy work. Pretty much most of the game today. If we have a look at the stats, 68% possession. I wouldn't be surprised if this was Inter's highest percentage possession this season. And yeah, look at that. Empoli created nothing anywhere inside the box, and the one thing they created, Esposito's, who ended up being a goal. So that is a little bit worrying. That again, late, we know that is a trend. One of the stats that show, Inter concede a lot of goals after the 75th minute. Excuse me. Maybe on purpose to unlock Arna Goat. Yeah, not nice. Would have been good to keep a clean sheet, especially with such Empoli really, they came here to try get a draw. So that is annoying. But again, it wasn't a great performance. I am disappointed with the performance of the boy, especially that first half. After the Napoli, you watch Napoli win, I thought, these guys would have a bit more, not anger, but like, come on, we gotta show Napoli who's boss, who's the Scudetto holders, and we didn't really show that. Yeah, y'all are gonna appreciate Denzel, Freddie Boss in the house, unreal athleticism and fitness levels. I've always appreciated that, Freddie Boss. You guys know me; I clown Denzel a lot on this channel. Big fees, Tim Freeze, whatever you wanna like. Sometimes I call him. That's because. But I know exactly what type of player he is, and I've always said I would love a team of 11 Denzel Dumfries in terms of mentality, as Lukaku would say. Oh, I don't know what, I got a cough. Let me just drink some water. 1 second. Yeah, I would love to have a team full of Denzels. He's always, impressed me with his mentality from day one at Inter. Even when, if you remember his beginnings of Inter, first few weeks or first few months, he even started getting, some moans and boos from Inter fans, and he bounced back from that. And there's now, since the new contract, this guy is just. See, now once Asllani has to play, he can actually play. Yeah, no, today, I think, you saw the pressure, of course, Empoli didn't press us as well. So that helped Asllani today. The fact that Empoli, they didn't really try to press into too much. He was allowed to move around a lot more. He was, really all over the pitch. I'll show you the visual in a moment, showing how much influence Asllani had all over the pitch today. Yeah, very, very much improved. But unfortunately, yeah, for the moment, Taremi fraudulence continues. No, Inzaghi, no problem. And yes, suck it, Eduardo and Mattia, grown men that were moaning in the Discord about me, because just before we went, what the game started, the news came out that it was going to be Massimiliano Farris on the bench because Inzaghi was suspended on the bench today. And I put in the chat, I'm pretty sure Massimiliano Farris has 100% win record at Inter, and those, you jinxed it. Grown men that believe in jinxes. That goal of Lautaro reminded me of his goal at Anfield against Liverpool. Yeah, kind of. The opposition, yeah, but the technique is completely different. The Liverpool one, he sliced across and the ball curled outwards. This one, he hit with a slight instep to curl inwards, but I know what you mean in terms of the position of the ball. Lautaro is back, Hamdan says, ever since the Bologna. I think it's been since 2025, since the Atalanta Supercoppa game. Then we saw him, Milan, Supercoppa final, even though we lost. Then, yeah, Bologna today. That is 4 games where now we can say Lautaro is back. We can see the sharpness is there. The movement is there. The finishing is there in terms of the same Lautaro. And then now he's got, the juice in his legs to also do things like this from the edge of the box. What a shot. Not perfect. Like, I think Vasquez did get a hand to it, but, he got so much power. That's the thing. It wasn't just a curler. He curled it and put power into it, which meant that even though it wasn't right in the top corner, Vasquez wasn't able to, get a powerful hand behind it. Really, really good goal. Took Barella's pass, took a little touch out of his feet, and then boom, first time after his touch. Really, really good goal. And yeah, as I think we can anoint Lautaro has returned now, and he has matched Mauro Icardi's goal scoring record in terms of foreign scorer in Inter history, as Opta Paolo here says, equaling the second best foreign scorer in Inter history with 111 goals. He only has Stefano Nayes. This is only about the foreign scorer, by the way. Giuseppe Meazza is way, way too far at the moment, but Stefano Nayes is definitely doable for Lauti. Not this season, because he needs 22 goals. I think that's with the start that he's had is a bit too much to ask, but by next season he should be above Stefano Nayes, of course, if he stays. Denzel Dumfries, after signing the contract, better than Messi. Yeah, he's better than Messi now. He's better than Inter Miami Messi for sure. Ass performance by the guys, but we played Asllani and Taremi. Tarma means ass in Algeria. Hey, Asllani was not ass today. I'm not having that. Asllani was not ass today. Mohamed Shakil, what's up, brother? Arnautovic showed in small cameo that he should be playing ahead of Taremi. Yeah, I mean, let's not go that far now, Mo. Like, one little cameo from Arnautovic. But is that what we're showing that? Correa a few months ago when he did that, great showing. It's like, and our coach, he never gives up on any player. So I think what this means for Arnautovic is definitely he deserves more minutes. And the Meazza crowd as well, like Arnautovic, especially last season, at the beginning of this season, was getting a lot of hate, maybe because of the Atletico game and in general, like other few performances. But now, because we haven't seen him that much, have we, Arnautovic? It's almost like the crowd has almost forgot. So now they don't even moan that much when he's on the pitch, which is good to see. It helps Arnautovic play more freely. And it was good to see. Did you see when Thuram scored? He where is Thuram's goal? Just so I can show you guys. Arnautovic passes it to Thuram. Thuram finishes it near post, and then Thuram, goes to the crowd, and he's just like, Arnautovic is just like pointing to Arnautovic, like give him some praise. Like the team spirit of these guys is so good to see. Taremi cannot function in two striker offensive system. Is so worried. Well, I mean, Hamdan, a two striker formation makes life easy for any striker. It means you've got a guy next to you, especially someone like Lautaro who works his ass off next to you, or is there for a quick layoff or a quick 1-2 for, if your touch is heavy, there's a guy there almost sometimes to clean up after you. So I don't know about him not functioning in two, because again, like even today, some of his touches, it was nice, but then like he was getting muscled. He did get a few fouls today. I have to be honest. Some of the fouls on him today were, like they weren't called on him. That was a bit frustrating. But in general, there's something missing in Taremi, and it's definitely here. Like you can see, he's got good footballing IQ. He's got good touch, good control. From his history, we know he's got a good shot and good finishing, but it's just not clicking at the moment at Inter. And again, is the shirt too heavy for him? Is the adaptation period too long, or is he just physically fried now at 32? I don't know. But at the moment, his performance is worrying. That's the one worrying thing from this game for me was his performance, and Zielinski. Actually, I'll get into Zielinski as well. Yeah. Even the guys, like let's not just flip flop straight away on now Arnautovic should start ahead of Taremi, and let's calma. Ian Kerr in the house, just as I mentioned, Zielinski. Refreshing to see the worst two players took off first when it came to subs. Usually we take off players that are playing well. Well done, Faris. Well, I mean, those seem like Inzaghi subs as usual. I mean, he waited all the way up until the 70th minute to make substitutions, if I'm correct. When was the Inter first substitution? That seems to be the usual, predetermined substitution by Inzaghi. Yeah, 69th minute was the first substitution of Mkhitaryan and Thuram coming on for Taremi and Zielinski, who I agree with Ian. Zielinski, I don't know if he was the worst, but it's just like, again, he's not really doing anything on the pitch. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be on for too long as well, guys, by the way, but in terms of Zielinski, I mean, here he's got a 7. What did he get on here? A 7 here as well, but he might look good on the stats. Like, yeah, he only, misplaced one pass. So it looks like, wow, this guy kept the ball ticking. And he did in a way, but it's like he should be more than Mkhitaryan when a team is sat back. Empoli had 10, 11 men back behind the ball today. In theory, Zielinski should be the guy in our team that I want to play against these types of teams, because he's supposed to be able to unlock these defenses, right? With his vision, with his, through balls, or his a little bit of a dribbling, or obviously we know he doesn't shoot anymore. I don't know why I predicted him to score today. He did shoot today, but it was blocked anyway, so it doesn't count. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a bit meh. That's all I can describe at the moment. His time at Inter at the moment is just meh. Apart from that one really good performance against Leipzig in the Champions League where he was man of the match, it's just been a lot of, he's not really moving the needle, and he's definitely not. I mean, when Mkhitaryan came on, guys, the team looked completely different. Of course, it wasn't just Mkhitaryan; it was also Thuram and Mkhitaryan coming on at the same time. But when those two substitutions were made, when these two guys came on, I don't know, Mickey on here has only got a 6.3 because I'm sure he's probably misplaced a few passes. Yeah, misplaced 3 passes, and probably lost some duels, but whatever. Inter looked completely different. As soon as Mkhitaryan and Thuram came on, it's night and day difference today. And we have missed Mickey, and Zielinski has not taken the opportunity with both hands because Mickey is going to walk back into the starting 11. We need to just accept for what he is. He's never going to cry about not getting minutes. Oh, I'm guessing you're talking about Arnautovic. That's what, definitely. Yeah, and we know he's a good uomo spogliatoio. He's a good guy in the dressing room. We've heard that from all the players and coaches. He's not putting up a fuss. He's good at integrating the players and creating a good chemistry. Every team needs a mascot, and it seems like he's the dressing room mascot. Eduardo, thank you, sir, always for your donation. I really, really appreciate you. You are the player of the season. Dumfries aiming for player of the season. He is on that vibe. I mean, the other day, was it yesterday, with Millie from Box to Box, we did our player ratings up until now. And we did say, Denzel is climbing there fast, really, really fast, really, really fast at the moment. It's 2025. Just in 2025, him and Lautaro might be our best players, to be honest. Really, really good last few weeks from Denzel since he signed the new contract. Very, very impressive. Hope he just keeps going like this. He does probably deserve some rest now, but I hope he just keeps going. I feel like DiMarco shouldn't take corners, honestly. DiMarco, very low-key, had a bad game. I mean, here again, the stat rating apps will not agree, but DiMarco, 2 out of 7 crosses. His touch today wasn't as good as usual. Some of his passing was wayward. He's at a drop-off in 2025 a little bit. We have seen it. He wasn't very good today, DiMarco. Augusto was very solid at the back. De Vrij, outside of the Esposito goal, was very solid. Pavard didn't really have much to do, to be honest, on that side. Everything Empoli did was really mainly on this side. He wasn't really challenged defensively. But, I would expect a bit more from Pavard going forward. He's making me miss Bisek in terms of his passing and, ability to create from his side. But, in general, he was okay. Not too bad. A good day, completed 85 minutes as well. Both Esposito, Pio Esposito scored in Serie B as well. Yeah. It always seems to be like that, right? There was that one day, remember, when it was all 3 Esposito scored. Sebastiano scored, Pio scored, and then the one that plays at Spezia with Pio, I forgot what his name is. What's the other Esposito called? Salvatore. Actually, he's actually my favorite, obviously, because my CDM bias. Salvatore Esposito is actually my favorite, and I forgot his name, but there was a day when all three of them scored on the same day. That was hilarious. So again, almost happened today. The hat trick almost happened. Asllani is good against low block teams and not pressing and gives them a load of time. Yeah, exactly. So that's why low fodder or lower half of the teams, he does really, really well. I mean, let me show you with Asllani today how much involvement he had. This is the who scored. It shows you all the touches he's taken. Like, look at that. He was everywhere, you know, building up from defense into midfield, and then, you know, even in like all over mezzala, wing back, striker position. You know, he wanted to score. He had 2 shots today, and then he had another almost opportunity, but the guy slid in at the last second to stop him from getting the ball from Dumfries. He had 105 touches today, really involved everywhere. And if I show you his heat map as well, you see how involved he is. Like, compare it to, like, you know, Barella and Zielinski's. If I show you Zielinski's as well and Barella's, you can see Asllani, he was involved everywhere. A bit this side, you know, just like Hakan does, you know, and Brozovic used to do. Really good showing today from Asllani. Look how many corners he had to take as well today, and he had an assist from a corner as well. So let's go. But of course, yeah, this doesn't take any doubts away from us that he's ready for the big games. Pio's top scorer in Serie B after his 2 goals today. Oh, he scored 2 today. Nice. He's on 11 for the season. Nice. Get that value. Keep going up. Mkhitaryan is 10 times better than the league. I don't know, 10 times better, but yeah, as soon as he came on the pitch, it was night and day. Silvio, yeah, I've always said with Dumfries, I'm always open to sell Dumfries. He always has been, but now since he's renewed his contract, not as much, because yeah, like when his contract was expiring, I was, especially like with the 1 year left, I was like, yes, it's time to sell. But now that he's renewed, I don't really see too much. And with Darmian's, you know, age, like at the moment, and I've always said this, he should be the starting right wing back in the summer. Yeah, ask me again in the summer. But I'm always, you know, open to sell Dumfries, because I think the wing back positions is, you know, positions that you can find replacements in. But can you find another Dumfries in terms of that physicality and that, you know, athleticism? Frattesi nominee, yeah, no. So again, Frattesi, we've been saying for a few weeks he's been suffering from an issue. He's actually he's just been playing with this pain in his, I think it's a calf issue, they said. Of course, it's you know, the conspiracy theorists must be saying, you know, it's the January window, so he just wants to move. But, you know, Inzaghi said in the Venezia game he would have started, but he's been having issues for a little while. So that's why he continues to actually go in and out of team training. We should use the Esposito brothers to get Castro from Bologna. Yeah, that's an interesting idea, Hamdan, because I think Bologna, with the way they operate, they probably would be interested in one of the Esposito brothers for sure. Yahia, what's up? Which games you see Napoli dropping points? I don't know at the moment, bro. They are doing very, very well at the moment. They are starting to scare me a lot. I mean, let's have a quick look at how the table looks now that Yahia reminded me. So yeah, you know, this is all we can do at the moment because of the 2 points dropped against EMPOLI, not Bologna. Even if we win the next game, which is against Fiorentina, right? We only go level on points with Napoli, which is all we can do at the moment. And that's what we got to continue doing. Oh, no, sorry. Next up is Lecce. Lecce is next up away. And that's all Napoli, Juve next. I mean, surely Juve can take some points here. Surely. I like this little feature from Mob. That's nice. Surely they can take some points. This stinky Juve team who beat Milan yesterday. Surely they can take points away from Napoli. 100%. I'm not Mickey's biggest fan, but he's just so much better. Yeah, I mean, I hope Gianni from Interviews podcast was watching this. And, like, you know, I'm a Zielinski fan. like you guys know, like I was really excited when we signed Zielinski, but I have been very straight and honest with Zielinski's performances. I have not been impressed until now, apart from a few games. And I am a Mkhitaryan appreciator. You know, I know, and we talked about his beginning of the season. Definitely, he had a stinky start to the season, and he admitted it himself. But defensively, and the way, you know, he retains possession a lot of the times, and the way he speeds up play as well, he's just too important for us. Zielinski still has some work to do, definitely. So I hope today opened the eyes, because I see a lot of, you know, just because of his age, I see a lot of Inter fans very frustrated with Mkhitaryan always starting, and I do get it at some points, but at the same time, Zielinski has to show why he should start ahead of Mkhitaryan, and most of the time, apart from 1 or 2 appearances, he hasn't really shown that. Here to see respect for our young players, Asllani and Esposito. Yeah, I think you're all going to see plenty of respect going around today. Nice win, Amy. Hope you are doing well. Zdravo, Amy. Can't underestimate the energy Denzel brings every game. Exactly. He just brings it. He brings it. Today, like, it's that first half, really stinky first half. We barely created anything, and it was Denzel who was one of the few guys. It was from the first half who do a save. You know, the defense in general was fine. They didn't have anything to do. It would be probably Barella was trying, Asllani, and Denzel. I think those three would like seem like the only ones that really wanted to do something, and Lautaro as well. Lautaro actually had a really good opportunity, or as in, it wasn't a really good opportunity. He created that himself, a little overhead kick. Yeah, I don't know if I said this before or after, but I'm guessing, yeah, I said it. You mentioned it before. I wasn't impressed with Di Marco today. Lauti looks skinny. Yeah, he's been for a while. Like, again, you know, the performance affects the way you look at Lauti, but you know, it's the sharpness. I've always said, you can see on Lautaro, you see straight on his face, like he's looking lean right now, but it's just the sharpness wasn't quite there. Zielu in Fraud Watch, Mickey came on and you saw the levels. Yeah, it might be in Fraud Watch as well. Adam, thank you as well. You another MVP of the season for the channel. Taremi and Zielinski stinkers. We clearly miss Mkhitaryan 100%. Into worldwide in the house. Praise Allah. Let me show you the Lautaro overhead attempt in the 13th minute. Yeah, we took all the way up until 13 minutes. That shows you the kind of first half. It was 13 minutes to get our first shot on goal. That was actually, I think, our only shot on goal in the first half. Lautaro's overhead kick attempt, which was really good improvisation. And then there was this one where Lautaro hits the post, actually, so it's not on target technically, but, you know, a lovely pass into space from Asllani, and Lautaro hits it on the turn near post and hits the post. So, yeah, it was Denzel, Asllani, Barella, and Lautaro in the first half, the only guys that seemed like they were trying. Everyone else was everyone was just like, you know, very pedestrian, just walking pace football, just no urgency. Very disappointing to see. Did Lauti ask for subs around the 60th minute? Oh, did he do that, Sharif? I didn't see that. Carlos was good today. I'm but yeah. Last season he definitely showed that he's a very reliable left centre back, which is why, you know, I didn't remember in the summer the whole thing about Inzaghi wants a centre back. You know, I was like, maybe you need a wing back, or you know, because Carlos Augusto, in my eyes, he is a really good left centre back, to be honest, more than a wing back. So yeah. Say a shot cream on carbonara, lol. Oh my goodness. Never cream on carbonara. Never, guys. But you know, do what you want with your food, but not cream on carbonara. Time and time, people doubt Lautaro. Nah, come on, bro. Abba, he has been stinky the whole season. He has been disappointing this season. But yeah, in this channel in general, especially, like, I can say myself, but majority of the chat, we've never given up on Lautaro this season. We know he was just off shape, especially the first few weeks, completely off shape. You know, coming back too early, just, you know, variety different factors. But of course, you can't doubt the MVP of Serie A. It's literally just last season. Zielinski was not good today, Hamdan says. Let's not forget last season we had Klaassen playing that spot. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it in that way, Zielinski is a massive step up on Klaassen and Stefano Sensi from last season. Yes, Stefano Sensi was at Inter last season. It seems like a distant dream. So was he? Oh, it was Sensi, no? Or did Sensi left the season before, right? Yeah, Klaassen was the Sensi replacement. He just never played, so it's like I need to double check this actually. I'm sure Sensi never played last season. He joined June 2023. No, okay, yeah, the season before. Yeah. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Is this the first time we rested Bastoni this season finally? Probably not the first time, but definitely in recent times for sure. Let's actually have a look. When's the last time Bastoni had a rest? That boy needed a rest. Like, yeah, there's some guys like De Vrij definitely needs a rest. He's been playing a lot of football. Barella needs a rest. He's been playing non-stop. Denzel recently as well. So there's a few guys, but yeah, Bastoni. Let's see when's the last time we actually we arrested this boy. So not any time in December by the looks of it. Arsenal in November is the last time we didn't start Alessandro Bastoni. So yeah, it's been a good few months since he's had some rest. That's really good. I see some of you guys agreeing with the Dimash take. Frattesi had a knock this week. Yeah. So Frattesi, I mean, that's the news that I've seen. I know Ian, definitely you are one of the guys that most of the time is always wary of these injuries, quite rightly as well. It's not even conspiracy theory, with these footballers sometimes. But I trust Inzaghi. I feel like Inzaghi is not a guy to lie. And he said that Frattesi was going to start Venezia, but he's been carrying an injury for a few weeks. And all the reports since then keep saying that Frattesi has been in and out of team training. So he's been doing personal training a few times because of the it's not like a serious injury, but it's just like a niggling one that he's carrying. Yeah, definitely he's a better LCB as well. What do we want to see against Sparta? I mean, Sparta Prague, we'll talk about it in the game after we secured the Lecce game. But yeah, again, the usual rotation. Hopefully Frattesi is ready to start that game. Oh no, wait, Sparta is next. Okay, Hamdan, you're right. The same time, we do need to secure the win. It's away at Sparta, and we need to secure the win. So I would rotate a little bit, for sure. Obviously, I mean, Asllani has to continue playing, unfortunately. Or, I mean, he would have played anyway, I guess, this game in the way that we rotate. So I would probably continue with Zielinski, Asllani, that type of rotation, and then save Mkhitaryan for the Lecce game. Yeah. I would do some little bit of rotation for sure for the Sparta game. Thoughts on Thomas Perez? We'll talk about it when it's all confirmed and stuff. But that's a signing for the B team or for the under-23 team by the looks of it. So not really anything to discuss for the Inter Senior team. Fiorentina game isn't confirmed yet, but should both clubs qualify automatically in the Euro competition, they should face each other back-to-back next month. Catch-up game first, followed by the fixture at San Siro. Yeah. So they've said, they haven't confirmed it, but it's always been said it's supposed to be that middle of February. It was always the rumor. Still not confirmed though, which is annoying. Gotta have faith in Draw Ventus. Yeah. Thought on Petar Susic. Yeah, again, it looks like he was going to be a signing for next season, or maybe comes in for the Club World Cup. But yeah, nice, interesting profile. A bit of a seems like he can do a bit of everything. Looks to me more like a Mezzala, like the videos I've seen. Like, I'll do a scout report if we sign him. But I've seen that he's also played deeper and also as almost as a regista and defensive mid. But his attributes stand out to me as goodbye Davide Frattesi, hello Petar Sucic. Like, he looks like a guy who's happy to carry the ball, get in attacking positions, score some goals. A bit taller than Frattesi, but that type of profile. But we know, when we signed those guys from Croatia, we saw it with Kovacic, Brozovic especially. Brozovic was an attacking midfielder earlier on in his career, then converted into a deeper lying playmaker. So maybe they see him as that versatile option. Maybe, and then that's why I like Ricci. That's why I'm pushing for, if we sell Frattesi, if you get that 40 million for Frattesi, give that money straight to Cairo. Straight, because then you get a CDM and a Mezzala straight away, 2 in 1, 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, you might have to overpay, and he is probably a bit overpriced, Ricci, but that is what Inter need. But yeah, Petr Sucic in that way hits, maybe, again, I need to look into it a bit more deeply, but it seems like he may hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Still, lapses of concentration, letting in goals, and Inzaghi needs to fix it somehow. Yeah, again, today, let's have a quick look at the Esposito goal, which was a lovely, lovely goal. Ball comes in, Esposito takes a nice first touch, and then I think he takes another little touch, just, half a yard on De Vrij, who gets kind of, caught, maybe a little bit flat-footed. Again, as we're saying, he's probably one of the guys that needs a bit of rest because of Acerbi's injury. He's been playing a lot more. We know De Vrij, even at his best, his body is not always similar, to Acerbi's, maybe to not his level now, but he's always a bit worrying physically, De Vrij. Like you feel like he can't really handle too much football, consecutively. So he's actually done much more than I ever expected him to this season. So yeah, maybe there, the tiredness caught up to him, not closing down Esposito quickly. Really powerful shot as well, Esposito. You see the back view of the shot, and you think Zoma maybe should do better in it, because it's not in it's in the corner, but from that angle, it's not too far for Zoma to reach. But Esposito, really, you can see he's falling over as he shoots. He really loads that right foot nicely. So yeah, what can Inzaghi do there? This is I don't really see too many, against in the Bologna game, like there were, it was a bit of a circus of mistakes for both of the goals. In this one, again, maybe you can block the cross, the first time cross into the box quicker or better, get more men around him. But, in this one, I feel like it was just, a flash from Esposito, nice moment of brilliance, and just, De Vrij, bit of tiredness, half a yard. I don't really know what Inzaghi here could have done more to prevent this. Because apart from that, then again, like we looked at the stats, they created absolutely nothing. That was the only shot in the box. That's one thing today, apart from this goal, I wanted to say that we were really doing very well defensively, at least. And then this goal came and ruined it. But I was waiting for a year to praise Lautaro again. Mickey the Machine was never off the pitch. It's take a half a season for Lauti to back at his pens. We are too patient with him. Yeah, now we gotta hope that it's Lautaro back at his best with Thuram. Like we've had Thuram is like best we've ever seen with Inter, but then we had the stinkiest Lautaro we've ever seen for Inter. And then now recently we've seen a really good Lautaro, but then Thuram was really good against Bologna, actually, can't lie, but not the Thuram from the first half of the season in terms of goal scoring. So imagine we have Lautaro back and Thuram at a good level. I think we kill the league. I've been saying, I think the only thing that stopped Inter this season, yes, maybe we conceded a few more goals and things here, but I think a proper Lautaro at 80-90%, we're again top of the league comfortably. There is no flu or fever break for Bastoni this season. His immune system is working better. Yes, whatever he's doing, if he's doing some ginger and turmeric shots, which I've started to do in the mornings now to try help my immune system, or some vitamin injections, or I don't know, whatever he's been doing is working. What is the plan with Frattesi if you sell him now? I mean, again, I don't think I don't think anything's going to happen with Frattesi. He wants to leave. His agent's trying to push him to leave, but I don't think Roma or any team comes with the money into one in January. So I think he stays even with his injury. Mattia, another conspiracy theorist enjoyer. Since he was at Inter and played the first match, then you're going to book class. And no, you're the Sensi as second striker. You're thinking all the way back to the first season of Inzaghi. That's way back. Sparta is a must-win. Limone will play his best team. Maybe. But again, the league right now, like we cannot. I know Sparta is must-win, but then you got Monaco at home again. You know, all Inter need really is one win. And you know, I don't think Inzaghi has seen that his rotated team has done him well in the Champions League. So what's the reason for him to step away from that? So, and then you still have Monaco at home to secure that win. And Serie A now really needs to take up focus for sure. Yeah, Francis, we talked about the Esposito boys briefly earlier. Read that Roma will bid on the last day. No, that's too late. Inter are not going to do that. That is, you know, that would be suicide for Inter. Yeah, already we're kind of short at the moment on up front. In midfield. Devils Down Under. Make sure you check him out, Anthony. In the day, how long you staying on? Nah, literally, bro. I am finishing up now in 2 or 3 minutes, so you can schedule up for the next next few minutes, and good to go, bro. Good to go. And yeah, make sure you go check out not Devils Down Under. Well, check Devils Down Under as well, but Anthony will be going live on Inter Worldwide soon. Pata podcast. Hey guys, make sure you check him out. He's a small Inter podcast that's recently started. Of course, we know about interviews, we know about Inter Worldwide, we know about Brothers of the World, we know about all other content creators, but check out Pata podcast as well. He's solo podcast as far as I understand. I don't actually know his name, but I will introduce myself to him. Just a pity Limone never really tried to pray Frattesi and Barella together. Yeah, he clearly only sees them as one or the other. Ricci, Sucic, Pats. That would be an interesting midfield to have for sure. Backup midfield, right, Diaz? And thank you very much for your donation. And another one here. Thank you very much. Very, very, very gracious and lovely of you. Thanks for the stream. I also love the box-to-box stream. Yeah. Glad you enjoyed that. Make sure you guys check that out if you haven't. In this week, it's important to win at Prague to do heavy rotation for Monaco before the Milan derby. Yeah. Actually, that's also good thinking. Language stores. If you secure the 3 points now, then you can heavily. You don't need the win against Monaco, and you can rotate more. Because then, that 3 points against Milan is a must now. Like, we cannot draw or lose. Obviously, not lose again, but we can't even draw that game. We have to win. Because of Napoli, we have to win. So, maybe, But again, the Lecce is also must win. So, I would rotate Sparta. And then you can bring on the main boys afterwards anyway. Then first team against Lecce, gotta get the 3 points. Rotate against Monaco. Yeah, I just continue as we've been doing. Continue the way we've been doing. Champions League rotation, Serie A first team. Brothers of the World, stop the podcast. Yeah, that's true. What's the other podcast I'm thinking of? There's another podcast that I listen to. I'm sorry, I'm just blanking on it. The one with like the Australian guy. Was a few Australian guys, like a Finnish guy. Because I listen to everything. Like, if you give me if you tell me there's an Inter podcast out there, I'm listening to any of them, all of them. Does anyone know Interjection? Thank you, Adam. Interjection. So yeah, that's another one for you guys to check out as well. They're really good. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you to you and Ian and everything. Interjection. Yeah. That there must be like an Australian Interfan thing. Like, the Australian guy on there is just as actually he's even way worse than Anthony in terms of he gets proper, like, he loves shitting on Inter. Anthony's actually pretty balanced. he's like, you know, hinges towards the loving to shit on Inter or like, you know, jinxing them, but that guy just proper like loves it. They need a face cam. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Inter worldwide post-match record scheduled for 30 minutes from now. There you go. Make sure you check it out. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, that Junior Sambia came on and took a free kick from like 35 yards. His manager was absolutely fuming. Well, actually, before I go, who's the man of the match, guys? Who's the man of the match? Let's finish up on that. I think I'm giving it to Barella, to be honest. I think he was the one trying in the first half. Then in the second half, again, he was one of the better ones. Guess he can stat pad in an assist with that Lautaro goal because, you know, he passed the ball 5 yards and then Lautaro thunder cracked it from there. But I think he's the only one that I can save from both halves. Denzel, of course, deserves a shout as well for sure. Whoa, that is a very high involvement from Denzel in terms of passing. This guy usually barely cracks over 20 passes because he's not really involved in build-up, but that's a lot of passes by Denzel standards. So yeah, Denzel deserved a shout for sure. Oh, what the hell? 0 out of 6 duels won. What the hell? That is very unlike Denzel. But yeah, I would give it to Barella. Asllani deserves a shout though. Asllani deserves a shout. I know you're there, the Anguish Tours. I know you're there. Denzel, Lautaro, Dumfries, win or lose, these guys are kings. Thank you, Francis, for being a member for 3 months. Lauti, Denzel, Lauti, Carlos, yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah. I agree, Tambir and Ian. But okay, no one's saying Barella. Okay, I'm the only person that said Barella. Obviously, Anthony's gonna say Barella, but okay. Let's give it to Lautaro then. Let's give it to Lautaro. The only thing that I wouldn't give it to Lautaro because his goal wasn't actually you know what? Denzel, his goal is the one that clinched the win for us because Lautaro's goal did give us the lead, but then it would be 1-1. Denzel, and let me actually show you Denzel dunking on Jazzy for the goal. Boom. Look at that. Denzel, once again, this guy is just a beast in the air. Really, really good jump and finish as well. And Asllani assist. Diaz is the only one that's saying Barella with me. Carlos from Mattia. Let's let up on the hate for Asllani. Yeah, definitely. I don't want to see any hate for Asllani today. That takes dog humor vibes. Lautaro was the official. Yeah, you know how it is, Anthony. They can't wait to give. Is that the first man of the match for Lautaro? Maybe second one. Bro, choose anyone to stay. Come on, let's not give hate on Asllani today. He deserved a shout. And Arnautovic deserves a shout for his thing. But there you go. Kirby's with me. Kirby's with me on the Barella shout. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with Barella. I'm not gonna give you to the peer pressure in the chat. I'm sticking with my boy Nico. But yeah, all those guys deserve a shout for sure. Yeah, definitely. Anything else? Yeah, we already covered that. Yeah, we showed the Thuram goal. Yeah, definitely. If Denzel retires at Inter, will we retire? I mean, the only number we retired is number 4 for Zanetti. So I don't know about that. That's a bit far fetched. We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, I'm always down to make. If people invite me, I appear on everything. I invite everyone, and I'm happy to appear on anywhere. Arnold looked awesome as well. 100%. Everyone, all the substitutes today, actually, really good impact. We moaned on the Bologna game, no impact from the substitutes, but today, all the substitutes made an impact. Good impact from all the substitutes today. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for tuning in. 98 people of you. Please leave a thumbs up before you leave. Please. Thank you to all the people that donated. Eduardo, Adam, Diaz, and Francis. Really, really appreciate you all. And yeah, we'll see you for the Sparta Prague game, which is Wednesday. Did I see? Yeah, Wednesday. So I'll see you Tuesday for the match preview on that. Ciao ragazzi, always Forza Inter.